Gentlemen, here and above is a legal blow. Here and above is a legal blow. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times, okay? Touch glove. Good luck.
Astrolabio has been very confident all week. He says, I will win this world championship by knockout. He showed up with a stuffed kangaroo, Dre, at the press conference on the weigh-in, saying because I think of Jason as a baby kangaroo, so he's been trying to play the trash talk mental games as well against Moloney.
Already taking shots at Moloney this week. That doesn't win fights, but it lets you know that he's poised and relaxed for the moment, but he clearly believes that he's going to win this fight tonight.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, at home, don't go to the restroom at all. Don't go get a drink of water or anything. Stay close, stay glued to your TV, because both these men pack power punches in both hands. It only takes one shot, and this fight can end.
Of course, this division cleared up when Naoya Inoue vacated after becoming the undisputed champion. Moving up now to 122 pounds, where he will have a mega fight, a unified junior featherweight world title fight on ESPN Plus against the two belt holder Stephen Fulton. That's on July 25th. Outstanding fight. So in the wake of Inoue, who will take over this division?
That has yet to be seen, Tess.
These two guys
starts
are
right here.
Help answer it, yep.
No, Moloney has good technical proficiencies. You know, technically sound, good footwork, hand speed, ring IQ. He has a strong jab, as you can see. He likes to set up his offense. Doesn't like to rush it. Astrolabios is more of an explosive fighter. He'll use his jab, use feints here and there, but he likes to attack you when you're out of position most of the time with sneaky punches from odd angles.
He's always looking for power, Astrolabio, and that allows Moloney to pile up points and get a rhythm like you see right here with the jab, the foot movement, and even the two-piece combinations that he's landed. And Astrolabio can't allow Moloney to get in a good rhythm.
And that is what he is doing early on here, utilizing that jab. And then we've already seen a couple times throwing the right hand behind it. That time Astrolabio trying to time a right hand between the punches of Moloney.
Tess, that's what he's good at. He's great at punching while offense is coming his way. Astrolabio
goes to the body with a right hand. The Filipino with two significant wins recently, had a KO of Nikolai Potapov and then decision Guillermo Rigondo. Right hand to the body from Moloney. Steady work with that jab here in round number one. World title on the line between Moloney and Astrolabio. The middleweight championship in this WBO, and then much criticized with what many felt was an underwhelming performance in that first title defense on November 12th this past year against Bentley. That was a 12-round unanimous decision.
See, right now it's the movement of Moloney that's giving Astrolabio some problems. Astrolabio, he likes to explode with offense, particularly hooks and right hooks. And he needs you to stay still to be effective. But
But
when you make him pick up his feet, he's off balance.
Yeah, stay still or be in a straight line.
Yes.
He's very quick if you go straight back, and he's able to pursue in a straight line. So Moloney knows this. He's been training for this guy for 3 months, 2 months, whatever it's been. So that's why you see Moloney going left and right with subtle movements, because he's trying to keep the power puncher off balance.
Moloney had an 11-6 connect advantage in that first round. To your point, Dre, was steady with the jab. He was 7 of 32 with his jabs.
See, in Astrolabio, he's the type of guy that is going to look for one mistake, just one mistake. You might throw the jab from a little bit too close or from the wrong position. He's going to be looking in there to time you with the right hand or left hook or some sort of power shot.
That is what's coming up next week on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. The undisputed lightweight championship of the world, Devin Haney, putting all 4 belts on the line against 3-division world champion Vasily Lomachenko. Outstanding fight next Saturday night on ESPN Plus pay-per-view. There's another 1-2 combination. Short right hand comes in from Moloney.
And Astrolabio believes in his power so much where he'll give up multiple rounds because he believes that he will land that big shot.
Just looking for any kind of falter in your technique. Or again.
Tried it right there.
Yep. That's where he excels.
Right hand to the body.
We call that punching
Astrolabio.
in between punches.
For Moloney, he's got to weather those storms. Good exchange from both guys right there.
Danger shot.
Right uppercut as he took that angle.
Astrolabio opening up just a little bit, and he's been accurate when he does.
You can tell we studied film. That uppercut was available for Rodriguez when they had fought. And he kind of took a page.
Okay, stop.
That was the first title shot in the career of Jason Moloney against Emmanuel Rodriguez when he lost a 12-round split decision back in 2018.
So the reason why is because Moloney, he leans over that front knee. When he shoots this jab, he's past his center line, or his vertical line, I should say. Opening himself up for an uppercut.
10 seconds.
Both men had moments of success here in round number 2. Looking for that right hand uppercut again. End of 2.
Stay.
Good look at press row here at the Stockton Arena in Stockton, California. Packed house as they saw Gabe Flores, their local favorite, with a sensational first round knockout victory before we came to this title fight between Moloney and Astrolabio, round number 3. Dre, it was interesting to hear Angelo Hyder, the 57-year-old trainer of Jason Moloney, after that second round, because he said to Jason, don't worry about loading up. Don't worry about the power right hand right now. Just bank rounds with that jab.
That's exactly what he's supposed to do, and he's telling Moloney that because he's facing a dangerous puncher in Astrolabio. He can't take the risk early on. Let his punches weaken a little bit. Let him get fatigued, and in the meantime, win rounds. There's a lot of power on those shots, even though Moloney's blocking them. That one landed. Don't want to get hit with 2s and 3s in one sequence early in this fight.
Astrolabio, Timmy, able to land that left hand moments ago.
See, he depends on timing. That's what Astrolabio is depending on, his timing. That's what beats speed. He's punching in between the punches of Moloney. Good offense right there from Moloney. Nice catch on the glove by Astrolabio.
At this distance and this pace, it greatly favors Moloney.
Moloney has to eat but not get greedy offensively. That's the balance that he's going to have to play with early in this fight, or at least in the first half of this fight.
Because if you get too greedy, it gives Astrolabio the opportunity he needs.
Astrolabio is explosive and the power is real. Don't want to get hit with that early on, flush on the chin or the temple.
But Moloney also has to make Astrolabio pay when he makes a mistake and when he lunges like that. He can't be too far out. He needs to be close enough so he can make him pay.
Because that'll discourage Astrolabio from wanting to throw. Using the aggressor and the power puncher's offense against him.
Moloney has to recognize that pattern of Astrolabio.
Go, punch out of there. Come on.
He kind of probes with the lead hand, and he's telling you he's going to throw the uppercut. There it is again.
That froze Moloney.
But see, Moloney got to set him up for a left hook.
And that hurt Moloney.
Astrolabio stepping to him here in the final moments of round number 3. Right hand comes in. So you can see the confidence from the power punching Filipino.
What I mean by froze is he stopped Moloney right in his tracks. And Moloney, that means that he was hurt and he's trying to recover. And Astrolabio figured that out.
Going to take a short break and then tell you what's going on with some drama in the locker room with Janibek and Stephen Butler. Right now, as you see Stephen Butler, the challenger from Montreal, who'll be taking on the undefeated middleweight world champion, Janibek Alimhanova. What effect does it have? Timmy, you've gotten wrapped up. You're sort of getting into your zone. Things are timing out. And then the opposing crew comes in and says, wait, we didn't see these wraps go on. Obviously, is safety and...
There's really no effect. It's just annoying. That's all it is. Just annoying that you have to cut them wraps off and get them rewrapped and sit there again. That's all it is.
Verge used to see my opponents, and I would only let him go to the opposite dressing room. He would watch an issue or something that was illegal, something minor, but something that he knew needed to get fixed. He would allow them to wrap completely. Then he would complain to the commission and make them take it off and start over.
Whether it be the size of the gauze or the thickness or the space, whatever it is, just to annoy them, just to throw them off with their timing and their mental preparation. Here we are in round number 4 with Moloney and Astrolabio. Astrolabio pressing a little more here in the early stages of round 4.
And comfortable. Astrolabio is comfortable right now. He's having a good time.
I think he's tasted the power of Moloney. I don't think he's bothered by it. And I think he can have his way, or he feels he can have his way offensively as he pleases. Not sure if that's the case, but that's how it seems like he feels.
It's the strength of Astrolabio. It's the fact that he can throw power at any moment during a fight. He's physically strong and also mentally strong as well.
This is where Moloney wants to take advantage of these moments. Don't get caught up in this game with Astrolabio. When he doesn't want to punch, Moloney needs to punch just like he did because he needs rounds. He needs to pile up the points, and he needs to bank these rounds.
Just landed 2 right hands, working behind that jab.
And he needs to do that because Astrolabio will have moments, and he needs those rounds in the bank.
Good movement, good jab here in the middle portion of round number 4 from Jason Moloney.
Yeah, but Moloney just can't get caught reaching. That's what Astrolabio is looking for. He's looking for him to reach. And he's looking to fill that hole with a counter.
It's either the right hand or the left hook. Straight right hand or the left hook. He's looking for the opportunity. And he's allowing Moloney to get comfortable. Go ahead and hit me. Go ahead and hit me. Go ahead and hit me. Just make that one mistake that Tim is talking about. That's all Astrolabio wants.
Moloney has settled into a nice rhythm here in the back half of round 4.
But I'm telling you, Tess, yes, he settled into a rhythm, but one punch that he doesn't see can hurt him.
I was looking for it to be that right uppercut. Closing moments of round 4. Haney, the undisputed world champion, and Vasily Lomachenko, the 3-division champion. A week from tonight, they will fight in their much-anticipated pay-per-view on ESPN+. You see these guys stand side by side, and it's just so noticeable, the size difference and the size of Haney.
5.5 inches in reach, but only a few inches in height, Tess.
That didn't look like a few inches.
I'm worried about the reach. That's what I'm worried about, because if you keep Lomachenko on the outside and don't allow him to get mid-range or to the inside, then you can beat him. You can easily outpoint him. But if he gets it in the inside, he's dangerous.
Jason Moloney with a 51-37 connect advantage, according to CompuBox to this point. He's out jabbed Astrolabio, 30 connected jabs to 11.
See, this is exactly how Moloney's going to win this fight. He just has to outbox him. Play it smart. Stay on the outside. Pepper him here and there. Pop shot here and there.
Good
Don't
shot
take a
right
whole
there from
lot
Astrolabio.
of chances.
Left hook, that counter left hook from Astrolabio, so quick.
He closed the gap quick. That space in between.
He loves that right uppercut.
Doesn't he, Dre?
He loves
sits
that right
on it
uppercut.
and waits for it.
Well,
I said it may be a straight left or a left hook. It may be a right uppercut or a left hook. That's the 2 punches that he's looking for.
See, good fundamental habits right there from Moloney. Good technique, keeping his hands high, stepping back out of range and making Astrolabio pay. And look, if I'm in there right now and it's World Championship on the line, I don't care about you fans booing. I'm here to win this match.
With stuff like that.
Yes.
Snapping back your opponent's head with a jab.
I know I'm the more technical fighter. I'm disciplined. My hands are high. I can box. I can do a little bit of everything.
Every so often, you'll see him place that right hand to the body.
Sneaky shot.
Good shot
Good
right
punch.
there from Moloney.
Remember what his trainer said. Just keep banking rounds with that jab. Don't worry about loading up and getting greedy with that right hand. But if it's available, you got to take it. And it's been available here in round 5. There's that right uppercut, Dre.
So predictable. You know it's coming. It's coming after the probe jab. Then you're going to do something. I don't understand why Moloney hasn't set him up for a left hook out at range. Time it.
He's too busy trying to get out of the way.
Nice right hand. He
Good
caught him that
counter
time on
from
the lean.
Astrolabio.
Yeah, he caught him right on the lean, on his back foot. Poor footwork right there from Astrolabio, bringing his lead foot back with his back foot.
That work with that walking stick, just leaning on that jab again in round 5.
Discussed a while ago with Angelo Hyder, Moloney's trainer, who says, I want him to start going down to the body now, breaking him down. Brendan Gibbons, an assistant in Astrolabio's corner, says, hey, listen, this is how Astrolabio fights. He's going to hurt him. He baits him into something, and that's how it's going to go. You know, Astrolabio is not going to win on points here.
No. And listen, the styles are what they are, but it also makes for a wildly intriguing fight because of it, where Moloney could be sitting back having plenty of rounds banked, and you still don't know what's the outcome's going to be.
Look, Tess, I don't agree with the instructions from Moloney's corner. I don't agree with going down and breaking down and getting inside the pocket and trying to dig down to the body. You're going to risk getting hit with an uppercut on the inside. You're putting yourself in position to get hit with an uppercut. Keep it simple. Stay on the outside, using your jab, keep moving, turning them. Wash, rinse, and repeat. That's it.
Nice subtle move right there from Moloney to get out of danger and get out of that corner and take the fight back to the center of the ring. Ooh,
There's a right hand that he timed.
Good right hand.
good shot right there from
And you
Moloney.
can see Astrolabio tying up on the inside for a moment, but that right hand was well timed.
And it was time because he boxed. He never slowed down. He wasn't predictable with the shot. He didn't telegraph it. He moved, drew Astrolabio in, and just threw it and landed flush.
See, Astrolabio has no plan B. He only has plan A. Plan A has always worked. But what happens when you get in there with a sweet boxer that can move, use his legs, that can outthink you?
And double jab like that.
You're facing a puncher. It's mentally draining and physically draining because the punches land and they drain you a lot faster than a guy who doesn't punch hard, and you can't fall asleep at any given time. But Moloney's fueled by this being his third and possibly last opportunity at a world title.
Dre, I'm so glad you said that because you cannot stress that enough. We had such a long conversation with Moloney yesterday about the experience that he gained, why he's a better fighter now, how much this means to him. He was so close to breaking through and earning a world championship on his first go-round. Back in October of 2018, he lost a split decision. Now, I understand facing Inoue is what it is. He's arguably the best pound-for-pound fighter and the best finisher in the entire sport. But he's a better fighter. He's been on a good streak. He has significant wins. This is his moment.
He said, if I don't win this fight tonight and I never win a world title and I retire that way, I'm not going to be happy for the rest of my life. I mean, it's a heavy statement,
He
but
expressed
that's what he said.
It would be great regret that he would carry with him for the rest of his life. Back to the jab here in the closing moments of round number 6. Halfway point to see who will win the vacant WBO bantamweight title. We'll still have the middleweight championship fight set to come. Total punches according to CompuBox, as you see the efficient work of Jason Moloney, who has outlanded Astrolabio 78-55. Round number 7, world championship fight to fill the vacant WBO bantamweight title. Jason Moloney sticking with the system. We were listening in to his trainer, Angelo Hyder. I don't know that I've ever heard a trainer use the word jab more in one single 60-second setting. But, in fact, he even invoked Larry Holmes at one point, saying, I want the heavy jab, put the system forth of jabbing, double jab, body jab right to his eyes. It's the constant theme.
Just to take us back, did I just see that the CompuBox said that Astrolabio has thrown more than Moloney?
He's thrown more, he's landed fewer punches.
I don't believe that. I'm watching this fight. I don't
Sometimes
believe
stats
that.
lie.
Yeah, that doesn't add up to what I'm seeing here. But either way, if you're going to talk about throwing a jab, Larry Holmes is the one you want to
Yes.
bring up. One of the best jabs in the history, not heavyweight, but the history of boxing. And I'm sure that's something to switch Moloney on and remind him of what they drilled about and the things that they talked about in training camp.
Moloney can win this fight just with his movement, his footwork and lateral movement, and with his jab alone.
These boos are actually a confirmation that Moloney's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. He's keeping the puncher, the explosive, exciting guy, out of the fight. He's building up points. That's not exciting for these fans, but it's getting Moloney closer to his dream of winning his first world title.
Absolute confirmation that Moloney is in control. And keep in mind, you have a packed Stockton arena filled with fans who just watched their local favorite win by first-round knockout with a sensational punch. Gabriel Flores doing that. We'll show you that a little later on. So they are sitting there coming off of this monumental moment, and then they come out and see a boxing performance.
They don't have much appetite for this right now.
Yeah, but this is the performance that's needed for Moloney to win this fight. So I respect it.
No doubt about it.
Fight out at distance.
He can either try to please the fans here tonight
and get knocked out,
and possibly go home to Australia, which is a long trip. I know he's got to see his brother next week, but go home empty-handed, or deal with some boos in here and put himself in the best position to go home with some new hardware.
There's the right hand now coming behind the jab. Every so often, Moloney will get that going as well.
And I know that Astrolabio believes in his power, but at least throw more punches to increase the likelihood that you land the power. Sitting around and waiting for the perfect shot that may never come is not the route to go for Astrolabio. It's a big opportunity for him as well.
But that's the way he fights. I asked him at the fighter meetings. That's what he said. He said, I'll throw more punches. He hasn't done it so far.
Stop. Step back. Step back. Step back. Show me your mouth.
I asked assistant Brendan Gibbons what Astrolabio is being told in the corner, and it's down to, hey, how much do you want it? To me, I said, that's an admission that the strategy isn't working. He says, yeah, it's kind of an even fight, but he's the A side, we're the B, and we know it.
I would disagree in calling this an even fight, Dre. I think you and I see it exactly the same way of 6 rounds to 1 Moloney at this point.
Yeah, it's not close to being even. You got to give Moloney credit for being busier, being more disciplined, and the one that's piling up all the points.
Mark Kriegel's report and assessment of Astrolabio falls right in line with your assessment of he's a one-dimensional guy. He has one plan.
Depends on power alone. Looks to punch in between. He needs guys to stand in front of him to be successful.
And Moloney, he just keeps hearing from his corner, led by Angelo Hyder, stick with the system. Jab and jab every which way. Now, at the end of the last round, there was a small cut that appeared above the left eye of Jason Moloney. Veteran cornerman Stitch Duran was quick to get to it.
Again, fundamentals, extremely important. You know, fundamentals don't change. Using a stiff jab, you know, having good balance, great defense after you punch.
Step back.
And also cutting off the ring. Astrolabio is following Moloney around the ring. He's not cutting off the corners. I don't think I've seen him once pin him in the corner. That's the biggest problem right now. Cut off the ring.
Astrolabio is also getting frustrated with Moloney. Moloney's not sitting there. He's not a stationary target. And here we are in the 8th round, and he's yet to land the kind of shots that he wants to land.
8th round, 3.5 rounds to go. And if he can continue this way, Jason Moloney should be securing the world championship that he says he has thought about every single day for the last 20 years. He's been boxing for 20 years, starting off as an amateur and then a very successful pro career that has him now arriving at his 3rd world championship opportunity.
And he should be proud because he's doing it right now with his jab, with the best punch in boxing.
Being disciplined.
The most important punch in boxing, the jab.
Good
Short
shot
left hand from Astrolabio.
He got hurt with that shot.
Astrolabio comes in with a short left hook. Now tries to put the right hand behind the jab and split the guard. Trying to pick up the pace here in the closing moments of round number 8.
10 seconds. Okay, stop. Step sit back, sit back, sit back. Sit time.
Joe, Tim, and Dre ringside here at Stockton Arena, Stockton, California. The first of our 2 world title fights tonight here on ESPN. Jason Moloney seemingly in control as we start round number 9, as he's looking to win a bantamweight championship against Vincent Astrolabio. Then we will see the middleweight world champion, Janibek Alimhanallah. Second defense of his WBO title will come against Stephen Butler as he makes his final preparations.
Still got a long distance to go. 4 rounds.
Dre, when you look at the end of the 8th round, you understand why there's always hope with Astrolabio,
Yes.
right? Because as Moloney heard from his corner, hey, for 2.5 minutes, you boxed beautifully. You made one mistake. You went straight back with your hands down.
Yes.
Did a good job right there.
Watch out.
Moloney
Hey, stop. Step
dipping,
back.
tucking, and smothering. If he would have stepped back, he would have created room for that punch Astrolabio threw. But he stepped inside, smothering it. Great fundamental habits right there. And I would love to see more feints from Moloney. I mean, he can create offense or create openings by using feints. See the jab, but ooh.
Astrolabio with a thudding right hand, came back with the left hook. Moloney was off balance for a moment. Now he presses the action, misses with that left hook, and Moloney ties up on the inside.
That's a good tie-up.
Got to fill that space with the jab, keep Astrolabio off of him as he's done for most of this fight. Astrolabio always dangerous. He's the puncher in this matchup.
Yeah, but he better watch that counter right hand that Moloney's timed several times that has landed flush. He better not believe he can't be knocked out by that shot, because he can.
And see, what I like here is this is experience you're seeing from Moloney. He's coming back with 2 or 3 combinations after Astrolabio expends a ton of energy chasing him with combinations.
Haney Lomachenko, undisputed lightweight championship next week on ESPN pay-per-view. By the way, Andrew Moloney, the brother of Jason Moloney, will fight for the vacant 115-pound world title on that undercard.
See, when your opponent tries to have lows, takes a little breather, that's when you start pouring it on, and that's what you're seeing from Moloney now. See, Astrolabio, he throws everything with power, so he has to recharge after he gets done attacking.
And he's often out of position because he's throwing that everything hard.
Ooh, nice counter.
Good counter.
Two men so determined to walk away from this event as a world champion. For Vincent Astrolabio, seemingly behind on the scorecards, he has the power to accomplish it. For Jason Moloney, just stay the course, keep the game plan going. Angelo Hyder, his longtime trainer, gave him those instructions, saying, you don't have to prove anything.
Nope.
Don't take undue risk.
This is strategic boxing right here from Moloney. Smart boxing.
I respect, though I don't agree with the game plan of Astrolabio if he believes his power is going to bail him out. But again, you put yourself in a better position. You increase the likelihood of landing that power by throwing more punches. Just not throwing enough in this fight.
Beautiful jab right there. That controls the pace of the fight. It's the longest weapon you have inside that ring.
And it shows the experience of Jason Moloney and the discipline. Mark Kriegel.
No, Natty. So Vincent Astrolabio in the last, between round second, you are down. These are the championship rounds. You need a knockout.
As an
Yes, he
accurate
does.
assessment from his trainer, who was a long time part of Manny Pacquiao's career for years.
And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not over until that last bell ring. That is the beauty about boxing. Always have a chance.
Keep an eye out for that
Ooh.
right hand that Moloney keeps timing on the chin of Astrolabio that he has not made an adjustment for.
Dre, it almost seems like he's going to catch Astrolabio when he's throwing the uppercut, and he's going to drop that lead hand and get caught right in between that sequence with the right hand.
Just like Astrolabio's trying to time Moloney, Maloney's trying to also time Astrolabio.
With the right hand right there.
Step back, no punches, no punches.
Nice right hand. He knew he was going to be off balance, not a position, then he tucks in and smothers Astrolabio. Again, good fundamental, good technique from Moloney. Good tactics.
Mentioned earlier, you hear the reaction from this crowd, this packed crowd at the Stockton Arena, as Moloney's put on a boxing clinic, and they've been frustrated with Astrolabio's inability to deliver his power. And we felt that's because it's on the heels of seeing so much power and so much that they had to cheer about with what happened just before this fight when they saw their local fan favorite prospect, Gabriel Flores, to put himself in position. 6 minutes to go. He said, I've been boxing for 20 years, chasing one dream, to be a world champion. 6 minutes away if he can stay the course against Vincent Astrolabio.
You got 6 minutes to be perfect, Tess, to be perfect. And don't make any mistakes. And Tess, he can live the rest of his life as a champion.
And he said if he doesn't claim it tonight, he'll live the rest of his life with great regret. Third time he has knocked on the door to become a titleist. Twin brother of Andrew Moloney, who will fight for a world championship next week on the pay-per-view card, topped by Haney and Lomachenko.
I don't know why Astrolabio's now fighting with a sense of urgency.
He should be. He heard it from his corner, Dre.
He doesn't know if he's going to get another opportunity at a world title. It's not just a fight.
But see, that nice tie-up again. Good tactical work right there from Moloney. Stopping the action. Not allowing any forward momentum.
It's not going to be an average shot that gets Moloney if a shot lands at all. His mind
nice
is made
hook.
up. It's going to have to be a perfect shot, timed just right, that puts his lights out. His mind is made up that he's not going to be denied tonight. So that will enable you to take a shot that maybe previously you wouldn't have because your mind is made up. You don't talk enough about how important your mind is in a sport like this.
So let him go. Stop. Step back. Step back. All right, stop. Step back. Stop. No punches. No punches.
That time you see Astrolabio punching where Moloney was moving, as opposed to punching where he was last seen.
Okay, guys, stop. Stop. Step back. Step back. Don't worry back.
Astrolabio charges Moloney
Olay.
to the center of the ring. That's been the story of the fight. Astrolabio hasn't done anything different, and Moloney shouldn't do anything different, nor has he been forced to. That's the hard charge. That's the Olay. Back to the center of the ring.
And back to the jab. Doubles it up.
Controlling the pace.
Throws the right
space and
hands.
range, baby.
Controls range, boxes, lateral movement. And now he will return to his trainer, Angelo Hyder, for his final instructions before 3 more minutes to claim something special.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the Stockton Arena, we go to the 12.
No power needed. Boxing clinic. Right? But what I need you to do, mate, is keep those angles going, but be first. Because if he's desperate, you just need to put your head nice and low, hang on to him, walk him back to the ropes. Okay, when you get your hand out, club him. Club him if you can, okay? If he's swinging, just go in and bump him back. Those body shots were nice you started to throw. But let's make sure we're first. Every time you're first, He can't get his line going to jump in on you. Keep turning the angles. Now breathe deep. Stand up now. Stand up now. Breathe deep. Breathe deep. Box smart, son. Box real smart.
Box smart,
Breathe
son.
deep, Jason.
Box real
Breathe deep,
smart. The
Jason.
final instructions
Sorry
for
about that.
Jason Moloney as Angelo Hyder sends him out 3 minutes away from accomplishing everything he has set course to starting 20 years ago when he first walked into a boxing gym. Can he become a world champion? Astrolabio has yet to deliver on the power that he possesses. Moloney has boxed brilliantly.
He stays on his feet the next 3 minutes. He's a champion for the rest of his life.
Yep.
4 belts on the line next week in the pay-per-view. Haney, the undisputed lightweight champion, against Lomachenko, the future Hall of Famer, the 3-division world champion.
But what I'm looking for is Astrolabio to have a say in the matter.
Hey, stop, stop, stop. No knockdown. No knockdown. Let's go. Get up. Let him up easily. Easily. Okay? Hey, come here, you guys. Time. Time. Come here. Come here. Don't wrestle. Okay? Keep it clean. Okay? Time in. Let's go.
2 minutes left.
See, in times like moments like this, you don't have to take a whole lot of risks. When you know you're ahead on the scorecards like that, no necessary risks. I mean, you take what he gives you.
Uppercut nearly landed from Astrolabio,
Yes.
and smartly Moloney
Yes.
smothered, tied up, and walked him back to the ropes.
That
Good
uppercut
jab.
just missed.
Just missed. This thing's going to be interesting right to the wire if Astrolabio is sending punches like that. He's on the attack finally.
Then occasionally you can make him pay just to get some respect. Bing, bing. See those counters right there? Those are countering opportunities. I know it's late in the fight, but he can still do it.
Moloney needs to survive for just over a minute. Astrolabio needs to hit that lottery ticket.
Don't do that. Hey, don't do that. Okay? Let's go. Okay, stop. Step back. Step back. Let him go. Let him
40
go.
seconds, Dre.
Said to us yesterday, I know I'm good enough. I know I'm a world champion. Feels he's a much more complete fighter now than he's ever been. And he looked like it tonight. And also a disciplined fighter.
Discipline.
Astrolabio's got at least 1 or 2 more uppercuts left in him before the final bell rings.
10 seconds.
Good defense right there.
Okay, stop, stop, step back, stop, no punches, no punches. Go. Time.
Yeah, they can boo all they want. You're a champion, young man. You are a champion.
Jason Moloney will likely earn him a world championship.
Look, this is smart boxing right here. Everything off the fundamental, the jab. That's what it's all about, controlling the pace of the fight, keeping Astrolabio off balance, using his jab, straight right hands occasionally. You know, great execution. This was strategy. This was tactical work right here. Beautiful, brilliant work by Moloney. You know, good lateral movements, not standing directly in front of the puncher. Great defensive responsibility after. Excellent discipline by keeping his hands at home. This was a shutout performance for, I believe, Jason Moloney. No doubt in my mind he won this fight. I don't see how the judges can take it from him. There was a clear winner here, and that is Jason Moloney.
Landed 93 jabs, was steady with that lead hand, stuck to the game plan put forth by Angelo Hyder. Says this means everything to me. A feeling the two of you know so well what it means to forever be a world champion. In a division where the traffic was recently cleared when Naoya Inoue vacated his undisputed status to move up to 122 pounds. He'll be taking on unified champion Stephen Fulton in an incredibly attractive July 25th fight on ESPN Plus.
Tess, this may not was an entertaining, rock'em sock'em robot type of fight, but these are the type of fights I respect when fighters can go in there and execute a game plan.
Likewise.
Flawlessly, like we saw with Jason Moloney. And these are fights where you just have to you got to win these fights. That's just it. Just win these type of fights.
Let's hear how the judges saw it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds here inside the Stockton Arena, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Tom Carasoni scores the bout 114-114. Robert Hoyle scores the bout 115-113. Zachary Young scores the bout 116-112. For your winner by majority decision. And now the WBO Bantamweight Champion of the world.
That's ridiculous.
From the land down under, Jason Mayhem Moloney!
They try to rob him.
Jason Moloney's a world champion, it's the bottom line, but majority decision with a 114-114 card is an oddity based on what we just saw. But don't let that take away from the moment that a world championship belt is now draped over the shoulder of Jason Moloney.